Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching my channel The Witty Turtle. So in today's video we are going to revise a proviso to section 32 clause 1, that is your depreciation in case of succession, amalgamation and demerger, right? So we all know what is the meaning of amalgamation and demerger, but in this case first we will understand what is the meaning of succession. For this particular section, the meaning of succession can be of four kinds. The first is conversion of a firm to a company. The second is conversion of a proprietorship business to a company. And lastly, conversion of a company to a LLP, that is your limited liability partnership firm. And lastly, any other kind of succession except death, right? Okay, let's revise the kinds of succession here. First is your firm to company, proprietorship business to company, then your company to LLP conversion, and lastly, any other kind of succession other than death, right? So, this is the meaning of succession. So, in this particular section, we have to calculate depreciation when a firm is getting converted into a company, or a proprietorship business is getting converted into a company, or a company into LLP, or any other case, or in case where two different companies are getting amalgamated, or one company is getting demerged into two different companies, right? So in this particular case, how the amount of depreciation to a particular asset will be allowed to both the entities, right? In case of amalgamation, initially there were two companies and now they are getting into one. And in case of demerger also, initially there was one company and after that it is getting converted into two companies, right? So in this case, the Income Tax Act came up with a very good idea that first you have to calculate the depreciation in such a manner as if there was no succession, no amalgamation or no demerger. पहले जैसा चल रहा था अभी भी वैसे ही चल रहा है, वैसे ही आपको कैलकुलेट करना है. You have to calculate the depreciation of the block as if there was no such demerger or amalgamation or succession, right? And after that, you have to divide that particular amount of depreciation into two parts, and you have to apportion that particular um, depreciation amount between both the entities, both the companies, right? In such a ratio, in the ratio of the number of days they have used the asset in that particular previous year, right? So here let us take an example that A Limited transferred certain assets to B Limited, right? Now the total amount of depreciation on that particular asset is coming as 4 lakhs, right? Now, for example, A Limited used that asset for 60 days and B Limited used that asset for 40 days, right? So, how will you calculate? How will you distribute this 4 lakhs depreciation between both the companies? So, you have to simply uh, like distribute 4 lakhs in the ratio of 60 and 40. So, it will be like 4 lakhs divided by 100. Why 100? Because 60 plus 40 equals to 100, divided by 100 multiplied with 60. So it is coming as 2 lakhs 40,000 of depreciation will be allowed in hands of A Limited. Why? Because A Limited had used this particular asset for 60 days and B Limited used it for 40 days only. So simply 4 lakhs minus 2 lakhs 40,000, it is coming as 1 lakh 60,000 amount of depreciation will be taxable, will be allowed in hands of B Limited, right? Only this much is told in this particular section. Now, we all know that in section 43, actual cost of asset is described, right? So, There is some explanation which is relevant to this particular section, that is a section 32, relevant for your calculation of depreciation in case of succession, amalgamation and demerger. So those are explanation 7 and explanation 2 of your section 43. So first we will understand explanation number 7 of section 43, which says that when a capital asset is being transferred uh, from both the amalgamating companies into the amalgamated company, right? Though companies are getting amalgamated, so the asset is being transferred from the amalgamating companies to the amalgamated companies. So in that case, the actual cost of the asset to the amalgamated company will be taken as the same amount as it would have been taken for the amalgamating company. इस कंपनी के लिए whatever the cost was for this particular company after amalgamation of these two companies, the actual cost of the asset will be taken as same. Now coming to explanation number 2 of section 43, which says that when there is a transfer of block of assets by a holding company to a subsidiary company, holding company to a subsidiary company, or vice versa, which means from a subsidiary company to its holding company, or amalgamating company to amalgamated company. So in this case, what happens? The actual cost of the block of asset in case of ट्रांसफरी कंपनी, ट्रांसफरी कंपनी कौन है? जिसके पास ट्रांसफर हो रहा है. ट्रांसफरी कंपनी इज दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी to whom the asset is being transferred, right? So in that case, what happens? The actual cost of the block of asset in case of transferee company will be the written down value of the block of asset, which will be the opening written down value of the transferor company, right? Let me give you a simple example. These two are two companies, okay? A limited and B limited, they are getting amalgamated, and in this case, what is happening? They are becoming AB limited, right? Now, A limited and B limited are here the transferor companies, right? They are the amalgamating companies. So we are transferring a capital asset from A limited to AB limited, right? A limited to AB limited. So in this case, the actual cost of the asset in hands of this AB limited will be the opening WDV in case of A limited. A limited का जो भी opening WDV था, after amalgamation also the actual cost of the asset will be the same, the opening WDV, right? Now, I really hope this is clear to you. And after watching this video, you can go and solve certain some of the questions which is relevant for this particular section. I really hope this video was enjoyable to you and you are understanding the concepts as well as revising it properly. And if you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, The Witty Turtle, and also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you will be notified tomorrow when I'll upload the new video.